I want to play one league of the Sultai Neobrand deck that we played on Friday. This deck was performing pretty well. It was doing a lot of very powerful stuff, and then we did try the version playing Persist and just Archon instead. I thought that version was a bit worse. This is kind of a fair Griselbrand deck. So the idea is that you're going to be very aggressively trying to get a Murktide or Gurmag Angler out on turn 2 or 3, and then Neoforming that into a Griselbrand on turn 3 or 4, and then drawing a lot of cards to grief or Force of Negation your way to a win. You also have Archon of Cruelty as an alternative Neoform target. I'm gonna keep looking at the deck tech though. Let me just update the stream decker. It's just so tough. It's just so tough. The list. Yeah, if a mod wants to set up a new league prediction, they can. Opponents on a mull to 6. They revealed Chancellor of the Tangle. So I think we're up against Neoform. We could be dying on turn 1 right now. I haven't died on turn 1 in Modern in a long time. What we use Profane Tutor for, we would suspend it on turn 2 and then grab whatever we need. Ah, turn 1 Blood Moon. Fuck. Turn 1 Blood Moon, then types, oh, hi, Spike. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Alright, let's see a little bit more of their deck. Maybe I'm giving too much info. I mean, their hand is nothing. I do have 2 islands in the deck, and I have a swamp. Stab, 9 months, thank you. Turn 1 Blood Moon. Honestly, if we just won the die roll, you know. I guess they had the Gemstone Caverns. If we won the die roll, we were not able to stub. I guess they would have had to use the Pyretic Ritual to play around stub, which they never ever would. Okay, that's good enough for me. Turn 1 Blood Moon, turn 2 Chalice. Oh, I drew the island? Even then. We're not winning this game. No thanks. You went from... Oh, sorry, I'm playing... So that's right. We switched to Forest still. Forgot. I guess I'm bringing in Nature's Claim over Fatal Push. Yeah, it was Chancellor of the Tangle into Ritual Blood Moon on turn 1. This is like classic combo versus Red Prison matchup. Lucy. They had nothing that seemed decently winnable. That game was not even close to decently winnable. I straight up can... The only spell... I straight up... The only way I can ever cast another spell is drawing my second island, and then I get to cast Murktide. But then I have to also like naturally discard a lot of cards to even get there. That game was like not close to winnable. Alright, keep this hand though. Another Chancellor of the Tangle. Yeah, we do have 2 basic islands, but... Okay, can stub the Chalice, thankfully. No more Simian Spirit Guides in this format. Don't need to be too worried about Blood Moon because we have the Nature's Claim, of course. Does Fiddlebender deserve a revisit because of Cityscape Leveler coming in off Thought Monitor sack? No, like, that's never been a good way to Fiddlebend. Like, Fiddlebender has never been about sacking your 7 drop to get an 8 drop. It's like, it's nice because you get like a mono white low to the ground card advantage engine. And Leveler's like not even that good to sit to Fiddlebend into because you don't get the cast trigger. Renin 6? Well, I guess I can't condemn prison players for trying out the good cards every once in a while. Yeah, I still have a selection off the Otherworldly Gaze flashback. I think I just bin all these so I can Murktide for more. Lucy, 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 Lucy. Okay, basic mountain. Best draw Neoform. Not able to summon it, although I guess we can just hardcast a Grief now. Maybe hardcast Grief before attacking with Murktide is fine. I think I'm just going to kill the Ren. Oh, am I going to kill this Ren? No. I would love to flashback Otherworldly Gaze here, just dig more for Neoform, but this grows my Murktide up to 7/7. If they're chumping here, I really don't mind. Yeah, Lucy is really addicted to pets. Would Shredder just make no sense? Shredder's not good in decks without Mishra's Bauble, so you'd have to add Shredder and Bauble, and it like doesn't play like particularly well with the rest of our game plan, I think. Lucy, 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 Goosey, 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 Lucy, Lucy. If you agree first, is there a world where you decide to ignore the Ren and 6? Yeah, maybe. Although they probably don't chump block if I'm ignoring the Ren and 6. Weird game. Just weird game overall. I don't think I'm bringing a Needle for Ren. I'm starting to think these Griefs are not crazy good. I don't know. New dog? Relatively new still. Relatively new. We've had her for a few months. She's no longer looking at us like we may abandon her at any moment, and she's just happy to be here now. Needle to name Chalice. Interesting thought, Bam. Yeah, we definitely want to have a force on the draw and easy mulligan on the 7. My opponent's on a mull to 5. On a mull to 5, they're not like super likely to have a turn 1 anything. Famous last words, maybe. I guess, I don't know, maybe that's not true just because of the London mulligan. Is she rescued? Not from a shelter, but from a bad situation, yeah. It's just Ren and 6 with no fetch land. Ooh, and then we draw the Force. That's really nice. Yeah, free dogs, in my experience, are the best dogs. Both Athena and Lucy were free and very good. Free and good. Why did they even turn... I guess they had to use the mana. Was Simeon Spirit Guide? That card is that card's been banned for a little while, yeah. If that's what you're asking. Okay, just gonna dump all these in the yard so I can turn 2 Murktide. Yeah, Athena and Lucy get along. They sometimes play like a little too hard maybe, and but yeah, they get along. Mostly Athena just wants Lucy to play non-stop, and Lucy is like, can we ever take a break ever, please? But they've been actually like cuddling a lot lately, and they just hang out sometimes too. They're friends. So I could force pitch consider. I think I might just consider in response, and then pitch the Murktide if I really, really have to. But I really want to get cards in the yard. Because the Murktide is just not doing anything if we force pitch consider. So I do think I have to force pitch Murktide now, unfortunately. I don't know that this Ren and 6 ultimate does almost anything, thankfully. Oh man, we drew Neoform. Okay, so Neoform is still pretty good if we are able to draw another Delta creature. Rob said Otis, take away the 5 months. Okay, so now they have a fetch land to go with their Ren, making it somewhat of a card. And that last card is Seasoned Pyromancer. That's a really good one. That being said, Either Murktide Regent or Gurmag Angler lets me put a Griselbrand or Archon into play this turn. Ding, 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 ding. Guess I probably wasn't supposed to play my land first. Oh, wait, no, I was because I have to fetch. Not concede. I think we're getting Griselbrand. I don't think it matters. I think either card is very likely to just win. I will go ahead and draw 7 to maybe find a grief. Oh, they endurance my Griselbrand back into the deck. My other Griselbrand is kind of funny. I did find a grief, but I did not find another black card, so we'll just pass. Probably discard Second Nature's Claim. So they do Rimblem here. If their hand is Bolt, land, good beats. Don't think they're playing Bolt in their Chalice deck though. Yeah. Yes. Lucy's so good. It's better to force them to -1. It's better to force them to -1 Rins. They don't ultimate. That was like the best comment I've read in a long time. That was a good comment. Okay, so I think I want to fetch before because I want to get a card in the yard with the fetch, but I also don't want to draw my forest and not be able to get a basic here. And then I want to draw Otherworldly Gaze, put four cards in the yard into Neoform. Did I not draw a black card for grief? Well, I did not. But I also didn't draw the Archon, so I guess that's fine. But then we can just go Murktide, Neoform, Archon. With Force of Negations up. Can we play Spy Cam with Athena Cam? I would love an Athena Cam. Athena just doesn't sit. So where Athena likes to sit is like, she likes to sit on the left side, I guess, of the computer. But she'll like move around, and it's like not a very convenient place for a camera to be. And she's also like very rarely there. She's very busy. She has a lot of places to go as a dog. Having two forces up in this kind of situation is always so satisfying too. Yeah, go pro Athena. Yeah, this deck is sick. I think the Sand's fine. We do probably have to Otherworldly on turn 1 to look for a second land, but that's fine. I guess one issue might be seeing a Delve creature on top, and like no land. What's new about this version? This is, I think, the same 75 we played on Friday, but I liked it. I wanted to play another league. This will happen a lot. Like, I'll play a deck for a stream, and I'll like it, and then people are like, okay, we liked this deck, we thought it was really cool. What's the update, you know? Okay, I don't think I'm going to count this. So I guess we could maybe cast Thought Scour first, and then Otherworldly Gaze. Yeah, maybe Thought Scour into Gaze on my upkeep if we miss the land. They took a Fatal Push. Marshflatch, Thoughtseize, Fatal. Take Fatal Push. Deal. It also looks like we're playing, like, Shadow right now. Uh-oh, we milled Griselbrand, drew Griselbrand. That'll happen sometimes. A happy accident. We still have the Archon in the deck. We also have Gurmag Angler, baby. The whole deck is Gurmag, Murktide, and the Griselbrand with bug support. Yeah. And yeah, yes. I keep feeling like I want to expand on that, but that's it. I mean, you have interactive spells. You have a lot of, card selection cards. Let me leave a Griselbrand in the yard just in case my opponent is somehow main decking Endurance. Maybe that's worse. Is Basic Forest worth it? I think it's fine. I think you want one non-island basic, and I might just take this. So this I mean, if they have Team or Battle Rage, they're just 2-for-1ing themselves. But I also kind of need this Angler to be to play into Neoform. But maybe I can wait. Yeah, I can just block. I can just find a Murktide later. That's true. Like I get to bluff the Okay, so bolt me to grow the Scourge, sure. I haven't played against Scourge in a long time, now that I think about it. Death Shadows and Gurmag Anglers. Modern is healed. Oh, this deck is so cool. I just need Twin Unbanned. Oh man, they should just do it already. Just get it over with. Just get it over with. Does this become immense? Dude, Modern is so sick. Modern is just the sickest ever. Yeah, they should unban it on they should unban it on April Fool's Day, and but it's like actually unbanned. I don't think I like the Griefs too much here. Flusterstorm seems like kind of interesting to like protect from Team or Battle Rage and stuff. I don't know. I think I'm gonna cut the Griefs, play one Flusterstorm, click submit. Don't think I guess I play Veil if they're on like Thoughtseize and stuff, but they may just be like more all in aggro. Yeah, Red Black Scourge used to be like a really good deck. It was like it was for a very brief moment like tier 1 before Image 2. But then like it kind of just evolved into like Blue Red Prowess being more popular, because I think if I remember correctly, like Scourge got really popular, and because Scourge was really popular, Fatal Push was really popular, and then people are like, well, I'll just play Stormwing Entity instead. It's probably a little bit more complicated than that. It's pretty painful to shock again. I think I kind of have to, so I just have my colors, but let's get Profane Tutor suspended, and then we can dig for the other half of Neoform. Did I mean to play one Grief for one Flusterstorm? One Flusterstorm. Yeah, with Luris. It's kind of got me nostalgic for the for the deck. You misclicked. Oh, looks like you're right. Looks like I do have one Grief in, huh? So I think I'm gonna go upkeep Otherworldly Gaze, looking for like specifically Gurmag Angler. Angler would be really good. I could like likely block with it, or maybe taking the draw step and like trying to draw a land or trying to draw a Murktide is a bit better. My life total is not that low though. Interesting. Okay, so let's graveyard this. Put this on top. Draw Neoform for turn. And then I can hold up push and push if I need to, but I can also just Thought Scour my opponent, draw the fetch land, Profane Tutor for Gurmag Angler, and put a Griselbrand into play. So like I'm just kind of hoping my opponent is on creatures instead of like a bunch of pump spells here. Why not draw fetch for turn? So like I need to make sure that this is in my hand because this is like actually a combo piece. The fetch land is like somewhat replaceable. So if I need to push, I'm not going to be able to draw the land necessarily because of the Profane Tutor coming off suspend. So at that point, I probably push and then Profane Tutor for Murktide Regent. All right, we're past declare blockers. No blockers declared. Become a Minch with a suspicious green mana available. Okay, so let's push, and then we can force the Veil if they have Veil. Let me let these, I guess I can only let one Connive Trigger resolve. And then now I'll just Profane Tutor for Murktide, which is way more likely to survive, and then I can Murktide the Neoform. Alternatively, I guess I could still get Gurmag Angler and then just hope to draw a land, but I think the fact that the Murktide is just gonna live is more important. Also, Murktide is maybe just lethal because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Murktide is just lethal if I flashback Otherworldly Gaze. I don't have a basic swamp in the deck, but yeah, I guess I could have fetch shocked. Yeah, this is actually like just lethal. Yeah, and again, I said this a lot on Friday. I'm saying it. I'm sure I'll say it a lot today. Like, what is awesome about this deck is this is your plan B. Your plan B is cast an 8/8 Murktide. We already did, I guess, Team of Battle Rage to become amends, but GG. So we could put a Griselbrand into play, but you know what's more powerful here? Flashing back Otherworldly Gaze. I guess I could have played my land to have stub up. But like, I don't know what they can have. Okay, so they did bring in Veil of Summer. So bring in another Flusterstorm, or the Flusterstorm we wanted in the first place. I think on the draw, the Profane Tutor is maybe a little slow. Okay, I like this hand a lot. I like that it's painless, so they're gonna have to do some work for a Scourge. When your combo deck's plan B is just attacking with a 9/9 Murktide, it's so difficult for them to attack. It could be correct to try to make them play into Path of Peril a bit, because I have 2 copies. I think me drawing the second copy, I'm just gonna try to get like a 2-for-1 on turn 3, and then have another one, and still have the push in my hand. Been loving Path of Peril lately. I did not stream Dark Souls yesterday, so I've been doing basically all of my practice off stream. I streamed like exactly 1 time, because Magic Online was down. But yeah, but yesterday I actually got through Sin's Fortress no hit. I got hit in Anor Londo, but I updated I updated on Twitter when I got to my personal best, which is ringing both bells no hit. So like right now the plan is to I think I'll be ready to start streaming it soon. So the plan is to do 1 or 2 Dark Souls no hit attempts at the end of the normal Magic stream until we get it. And I think I will at least have like the whole run practiced by January. And that the goal is to have it ready by January. Just like at least practiced enough, and like me having done each section individually without taking a hit, and then from there, getting it all in one run on stream. This is probably the best Path of Peril I've ever cast. Brutal. Please don't play 2 creatures, opponent. That'd be a little too much. Too much value. I do kind of feel like they have Veil. Let me just cast this. It'll make my Murktide bigger. Killing Fiend is wild, yeah. Tarmo. Okay, so 7 cards in the yard. I'm a little short of casting both Murktides this turn. Perfect. Pushing now so they can't cast Fatal Summer if that's the last card. Last card is Apostle's Blessing. Okay, well, we did have the right read that it was a protection spell. We just couldn't read which protection spell. We're at 13. We're not dead to Become Immense. We're not dead to Temur Battle Rage. I'll just take this hit. And then both my Murktides become 7/7s. I think my opponent's dead if I draw Otherworldly Gaze. No, great draw, though. Nick Newton, thank you, Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. So, I don't know. It's gonna be tough to lose this one. Blake confirmed on stream today that Image 3 is in development with an assumption of 2024. Great. Great. But don't worry, we don't need to complain about it now. We will, if it's bad, we'll hear no end of it till the end of time. Do you want us to keep receipts on how bad Modern is, or be a stream joke that we always pine? Keep receipts for how bad Modern is, or will be a stream joke that we always pine for MX+1. I don't know. These things come out so infrequently that we just need to take each one individually. Like, Modern Horizons 1, I thought was like... in retrospect, I was not that big a fan of Modern Horizons 1, and I was a big fan of Modern Horizons 2. And I also think that, like, card design for, like, the last 2 years has been really good. And my confidence in Wizards to make, you know... card design decisions is like really high for me at the moment. My confidence in Wizards to make like other like normal, sane, good decisions is low, but as far as designing good cards, Wizards has been doing, I think, a good job for a really long time now, and I'm just not that worried. Yeah, I'm not sure what my punch is playing Domain Zoo. Obviously. Alright, let me scour. I would like to be able to play the Angler next turn. Maybe I just have to pitch or Angler plus Profane Tutor. Maybe I just need to pitch Profane Tutor to Grief. I think I'll suspend Profane Tutor this turn. I really need to find Neoform. And then I could, like, consider this turn or potentially stub, like, a Tribal Flames, and then go tap land Tribal Flames. Yeah, I usually do loot tree videos when I'm super bored, so... Next loot tree video when I'm super bored, I guess. They didn't play the tap land. Consider Grief being a black card to pitch is not too bad, but I think we probably can do a bit better. Oh, sorry, I need to be exiling none. Non-instants and sorceries first with Murktide, with Angler, then save them for Murktide. So here we go. Angler, stub up, block the cattle, take 5, fetch down to 1, Profane Tutor for Neoform, and then think about Neoforming into either Archon or Griselbrand. If my opponent has Burn Spell plus Stub or Burn Spell, we die. Indicted Bolt. We have Stub in our hand. They have to have 2 things. Both of their last cards have to be relevant here. I guess that attack's good. Feels like a little bit of a waste of time. Man, I don't know. Domains do their last 2 cards are just both relevant so commonly. Is Intent not viable? Intent has like really, really high deck building restrictions. People always act like it's like super easy to include, but it's not. Alright, they do so I think I'm gonna play like 2 Nature's Claim, 2 Veil of Summer. Path of Peril is good against the only Mrs. Scion. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I want it over like. Maybe these forces are not that good. Maybe I want to go down to like 1 or 2. It's like 2 Force, 2 Path of Peril, 1 more Veil of Summer to help fight against counter magic. No, they have Veil and Remand. They have Stub and Remand. Although maybe Flusterstorm is better because it also hits Tribal Flames. Yeah, they usually have like 7 to 8 counter spells. But yeah, but this also hitting their Tribal Flames I think is probably better, and their bolts and stuff. Yeah. I think that's what we did last time. Do you have an upload plan? I mean, just whenever there's an idea, which is most of my. I know that most other content creators have like an upload schedule that they do this or that day on they do Among Us Tuesdays and stuff, but for me it's always worked way better that I just do things when I have the idea. And so that way I'm not like sitting on an idea for 4 days that I'm really excited for, because like that excitement when you like wake up and you're really excited to play a deck is electric, and it's just like very, very important to a stream's health. And then also like on the other side of things, if there's ever a day when you don't have an idea, but this is your regularly scheduled content day, and you have to force something, that's also like less than ideal. We need a background upgrade. I mean, we upgraded it this year. I feel like I've basically had like 1 background each year. We had just like my living room, followed by the playmat wall, followed by the conspiracy board, which is still over here, followed by this one. You actually might get a background upgrade soon-ish, because I know what my Christmas present is. And it's something a long-time viewers of the stream will probably know exactly what it is if I'm talking about the stream background. It probably won't be great, but it's an aquarium. I don't think she got me any fish, but she just got me the aquarium. Main phase binding to play perfectly around Neoform. Brutal. Yeah, I get some Joels in the background. What am I gonna name the fish? I'll probably name them after Postboard and Destructotron. Just after the subscribers. Give 10 subs, get a fish named after you. Yeah, that part fell apart so fast, I feel. Yeah, but don't give the subs yet, because I won't remember. Might just like buy cards I need for decks and never sell. Buy high, never sell. Oh, this hand is so weak to a Sentinel. So I'm gonna cast this into the Sentinel, unfortunately. This hand is so bad against the snowball. I'm also gonna pitch Grief. So it's just, you know, all like worst case scenario. But if they're gonna draw a card, I want to have best info on the Grief here. I don't know what the overall record is. We had a pretty solid record with it on Friday, and now it is our next league with it. We're 2-1, although off to a bit of a rough start. Yeah, thankfully their hand is pretty bad. Although I think I'm gonna Otherworldly Gaze again. If we can find a Murktide, we can set up for a Neoform. Okay, found another Sigardizade. I will keep any black land or any Murktide on top. Could keep Scour. I think just binning them is fine too. I hate when they only card for casual players. I don't really know where that sentiment comes from. Wizards only designs cards for Magic players because, you know, like I am someone that I don't look at Secret Layers when they come out. I don't look at Commander products when they come out. I only focus on standard set releases and the very occasional Modern Horizons set. And for me, card design for competitive Magic for 2 years has been really, really good. And I think it's been really, really good, the card design. And I also don't think that, like, I don't really want more right now. Like more supplemental sets for, you know, sets for competitive players. Spike's favorite set is Throne of Eldraine. Do you think Throne of Eldraine was printed in the last 2 years? I bet you do. And it's very easy to think that, but this may blow your mind. That Throne of Eldraine is like almost 4 years old. Gurmag Angler. I bet you think it. Because I totally understand thinking that it was like 2 years ago. And it still haunts us to this day. Man, Spike likes set design from the last 2 years. That means he likes War of the Spark and Throne of Eldraine and Modern Horizons 1 and Core Set 2020 and Ichor, Lair of Behemoths. And there's one other really gross one in there. Oh, Theros. He loves those sets that were all printed in the last 2 years. Yes, all of those sets that were in the last 2 years. Alright, pretty dead here. Not pushing runes? Maybe pushing runes is better. Either way, we're dead. We get to bring in a lot of sideboard cards, though. I'm cutting the Griefs. I think I'm cutting the Stubs and go down 1 Force for 4 Claim, 3 Path. Oh, kind of go back and forth with Needle. Let's leave it in. I mean, Core gives Trendline. So yeah, so like when I really started like when I really started liking card design was Kaldheim. Kaldheim had problems, like obviously like Tybalt's Trickery and Valky were broken, but I feel like from Zendikar Rising to Kaldheim, you saw a really distinct design shift, at least, where those cards were released unintentionally broken, but you definitely saw like a move away from fire design where every card just has as much text on it as possible. And then after Kaldheim, Strixhaven started to be like really, really good. So Dingo, thank you for the raid, love you, buddy. Everybody follow Dingo. So Kaldheim release date was February 5th, 2021. So not quite 3 years, I guess. No, so not quite 2 years, but like 18 months, 20 months. Yeah, I didn't like. I mean, Zendikar Rising was maybe okay. No, Zendikar Rising was not okay. Nope. I think this was the last fire design set, though. Probably mulligan that one. This hand can turn to a Murktide and try to Otherworldly Gaze for Neoform and put back the Griselbrand. Another month of beefing. Oh yeah, I forgot about our beef. I take back what I said about Dingo. They've said that their like fire design philosophy is over. Yeah, fire stands for fun and playable, inviting and exciting, but not in that order. And but really like just specifically, this is kind of hard to articulate, but War of the Spark to Zendikar Rising, I think is what I define as fire design era, where like cards just like don't have downsides and they have as much text on them as possible. And it's fire design is it's hard to define, but you know it when you see it. Hard to define, but you know it when you see it. And I don't know. That's the era that I would describe fire design as. Yeah, I think that we are definitely out of that era. I think we're definitely out of that era. Like it's very hard to articulate, but when you compare sets, I think that there was a very clear and distinct design philosophy shift with War of the Spark, and I think also at the same time that design philosophy was moved away from with Kaldheim, in my opinion. Okay, I really wanted to draw another blue card here so I could force a hammer, but Seth is streaming the green. Okay, maybe we'll raid Seth afterwards. That deck is pretty cool. Wasn't fire focused mostly on limited? I don't believe. I mean, that's the thing. If fire design is kind of like the boogeyman, everybody has different ideas of. Okay, I guess the boogeyman's not the best analogy, but everybody just kind of does to some extent. I think fire design means different things. So if they attack with the Sanctifier first, maybe I do just force the hammer. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not taking 15. And I have this Path of Peril in my graveyard. Actually, in my hand, that I could maybe set up 4 with Otherworldly Gaze. I'm just going to take a draw step, though. I could draw a Neoform. Alright, how do I feel about flashback into Cast Angler? Graveyarding very aggressively to grow this Murktide. Oh, am I one short? Dang, I am one short. Sorry, I thought I had exactly enough. Yeah, just ignore the brackets. This deck is just, or yeah, destroy all creatures mana value 2 less for 3 mana. You never cleave. No cleavers. So I guess we have to leave this Murktide back to block the Inkmoth Nexus that can get a hammer on it here. So let me get... I mean, I could also cast the Path this turn, but I think it's way better to just wait a turn. And then I can get... Oh, wait. I thought this had another chapter on it. Sorry, I thought this had one more chapter on it. I was thinking that they were not going to... Oh, gross. Okay, no Neoform for me. I thought that they were not going to be able to... So I thought they were able to get a hammer off this next turn. So I guess I'm going in. It would be really good to hit 2 more instants and sorceries. I guess that's kind of greedy. Obviously, they could just have a hammer in their hand, but I think being aggressive and not and trying to Path of Peril attack 4 with 2 lethal attackers next turn if they don't chump block the Murktide is pretty good. I think there's a good chance they don't chump block the Murktide because they're in like combat mode. Maybe they do. Okay, well they could have like just 100% killed me. Instead, they chose to eat my Murktide. Yeah, I was also dead last turn to a hammer, so hard to be like mad right now. But We're still dead. We're still pretty dead. I tried the persist version. It felt honestly a lot worse. Okay. See if we can scrape out a 3/2. It's also actually very hard to use the mana from Calling Ritual in this deck. I think there's already, if there's not a prediction, we can do one. They're very rare. 3/2 prediction. This could still be Hammer. I don't feel like I see the pathways very often in Hammer, but just like this as like this help you splash Haywire Might is probably relatively fine.
I'm going to the gym.
Okay, wait. Could be Scales, yeah, could be Scales. Sometimes they play Pathway. Sentinel. We played against a lot of Scales today for some reason. They're all out of all the genius Scale players are out of college for the semester. Could stub or denial that. I think we'll just cast the Otherworldly Gaze. It is indeed Scales for like who knows how many times today? Three times? Yeah, 2 more weeks of Scales. Yeah, I'm not even like, yeah, I'm not really joking about I think like the type of person who plays Scales is like a smart college student who doesn't have that much time to play, but like they just spend a lot of time mastering this, and when they play it, they do well, and they just don't get to play it that often. That's like my player profile for Hardened Scales, I guess. Yeah, X-Affinity players just logging in. That's all these specific. Yeah, I think I've met a couple Scales players like this. Is kind of where my where this is coming from, I guess. I really don't want to stub and give them 2 cards. I also really don't want to give them the Oslo. I think they could just have it. Salsa, I think with 30 months. Appreciate you. Oh, sorry, for the raid of 30. Thank you for the raid. Oh, I milled over my second black source with Otherworldly Gaze, so I can't actually hardcast the Grief. So I could hold up Push. Push doesn't do that much. I kind of like the idea of just pitching Grief, flashback Otherworldly Gaze, pay for both Sentinels, and just dig for Neoform. And just leave the Murktide back as a big ol' stone wall for now. Okay, so they have Scales, no green mana. Zabaz, Ballista. I think the Ballista. They get Drum. Yeah, but if they just go Drum, Scales, Zabaz, it's not great, but this will still be a little too small to attack through the Murktide. It'll be 6/6. And I'm not sure that Neoform into Griselbrand is like enough here. I guess I could also stub this. I could stub and not. Yeah, I guess yeah, just stubbing this is probably just easily the line actually. On Dissident, no hard color cost. I agree with that's a big problem. No immediate impact to play. Yeah, one point I don't like about Dissident is that it has no immediate impact unless you play other cards, because that's true of like every single Scales card. Every single Scales card is like, or individually dopey, and you need other things going for it to be strong. So I don't think that one point is particularly relevant. Maybe that's a little nitpicky. But I agree. I agree that it being double non-colorless is really tough. Okay, so I go Block here. They kill their own Zabaz to grow the Patchwork, and then I just flash back Otherworldly Gaze to grow my Murktide. I don't think you want to upkeep flashback into both Sentinels is maybe correct. Yeah, but basically none of your spells do anything with without other things going on in the Scales deck. All right, looking for Neoform. Maybe I'll keep like Consider, but I think I've been every other card. Yeah, let's graveyard all these. They get a lot of counters on the Ozolith though, so we really just don't have that much more time. And we even have no fetchables left. I'm not blocking. This is going to be 9 plus 2, 11. I think I'm not blocking this. I would block a Sentinel, but I think I'll just trade 8 for 2 damage here. And if I draw Neoform, I can put them to 1. Dang it. Forest left? Oh, I do still have the Forest. I've been cracking Deltas instead. No attack with this Sentinel. I don't think I cracked the fetch. Okay. To game 2 we go. Yeah, Scale is very popular today. All the smart Scales players are out of class for the semester. I think I'm just gonna do this. Hey Tashi, how's it going? Lucy, you're back now that Esther's gone. The Ozolith is such a messed up card. My friend Dalton, for years, has tried to get me to play a Thallid Ozolith deck on stream that like moves the spore counters from Thallids onto the Ozolith. Just like when the Thallids die, not like with any like Arcbound Ravager or anything. Just when they die, you just like move the Thallid counters over the spore counters, and then you move them back around. And it was one of the few Dono decks I always rejected. Yeah, let's go for the turn 3 Neoform here. Spin everything. Ozolith is $20. Yeah, there's probably like some ED. It's probably good at EDH, huh? Anytime you say to yourself, "What the hell? This card is $20." It's just like it's literally just good in EDH. No other explanation. I don't know about that. I mean, I'll tell you this: the Ozolith is not $20 because it's good in Modern. So one, well, I guess how many do they even play? It's more than one, but it's like just a random card in a very random deck. I don't know that my opponent ever can beat Archon. They probably can't beat Griselbrand either. Archon seems a bit more impossible for them to beat right now. This guy's 2 or 3, yeah. What, Shadow Spear? Like also EDH surely, right? Yeah, maybe it was because of Urza Saga, but and like relatively like few people ever opened that card. I think I wouldn't mind trying to find a black source, untap black source, so I can Path of Peril after attacking. Yeah, I think it's just like any +1/+1 counter deck in EDH, and there's a lot of +1/+1 counter commanders. They'll love that card. They can move their Thallid spore counters around. So weird to see Archon with a +1 counter. Usually has a -1 counter. We have Delve Creature, Neoform, 2 interactive spells, 3 interactive spells. Yeah, we keep this on the draw. What's on the mold to 6? My first commander ever was Gov, the Abzan counter fungus guy. Easy land. I mean, we're never casting Murktide next turn. I think it's more important to hold up push than Nature's Claim. I guess Nature's Claim hits Saga this turn. That card's fine. Maybe like getting to fetch is more important too. Okay, that's a bad draw. Okay, we'll push that and then they'll sack it post combat. Do this now so they can't like play a land and do anything else. So land's not bad. I can like Nature's Claim, pay for ward, and then Murktide, and then Neoform. I guess a fetch land lets me just cast Murktide, which would be better. Second Griselbrand. Damn it, though. Oh. Back to back, baby. Back to back Griselbrands. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm gonna cast the Nature's Claim this turn so that I can draw a fast land or basic or shock land and still cast my Murktide. Yeah, the stream will end if we draw Archon. Why isn't Brainstorm legal? Brainstorm's legal, but only for this deck. Alright, tough shit. Tough day, honestly. A tough day. I will see y'all tomorrow. I've got some Christmas plans tonight, though. I have nothing else to say, but Merry Christmas. May your Yule